I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind, and my body. My mind, my mind, and my body. My body says my mind, my mind, and my heart. My body says I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but you got me going crazy.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Bridgerton Season 1, Episodes 3 and 4 review. I got Kimberly Black on the screen, okay, up here with me. And Just Read My Book is running a little late, so she will be on the way. So, welcome,
Good
Kimberly
evening.
Black.
Good evening, Jill. Good evening to the chat.
So I don't see. I guess some people be coming along. I haven't seen anybody come in yet, but it's
Right.
all good.
That's
So
good.
I'm gonna play just so when you see that we start mentioning names and things like that. I am going to play a little clip. Thank you so much for the pictures, Kimberly Black,
Excellent.
and and for putting together this clip that we have together with some of the characters of Bridgerton. And I do have some pictures for y'all tonight. Okay. So Kimberly was on point. Um, we're getting some pictures so you guys can get to see a little bit of the characters and their how they dress and things of that nature. So I'm excited. How are you feeling?
I'm. Oh, there go Foot Soldier. Good evening, Foot Soldier.
Hey, foot soldier.
I'm feeling so. I'm a trooper though. I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor. I'm not
Yes,
gonna
she
get
is.
stuck.
Because my girl ain't feeling well tonight, but she's here tonight. This is what I'm talking about. You know, she in
Mm-hmm.
it for the win. She said, look, I'm in it to win it. So let's
Yeah.
go. Okay. And I appreciate you so
No
much for
problem.
being here, even though you're under the weather. So I'm gonna play the intro to the Bridgerton for the characters, and then I guess which should I don't know where you want to start. Should I read the the little summary of what's
Yeah,
what, or
it would be good, I guess, so everybody can have just an idea of what episode 3 and 4 is about, and then
okay?
hopefully those have watched it. But if not, then it also can give them a little summary without giving them too much. If they haven't
Yes.
watched it now, though, I don't know what to tell them. I mean, how,
Well, hopefully they were here for last show
right?
last Friday.
What they
So
call it when they be saying don't give it too much of it away. It's
yes.
called something. What is it called? Help me.
Oh, don't spoil us.
Spoiler. Yes, spoiler alert. Yeah, but this
Yes.
is like 5 years old. Okay.
Yes. Okay. It is 5 years old, and I am a big fan of this show because it is so intriguing to me, just the characters, and giving you a glimpse, but in a more up-to-date version
Right.
than, not watching the black and white TV. What's going
Yeah.
on, Foot
Yeah.
Soldier? Okay, better not mess with her, Jill, tonight. No, I ain't messing with
What
Kimberly.
soldier? What what soldier be taking up for me? I love it. Thank you.
Yes, Foot Soldier is on point. Okay, she said, "Don't be messing with my girl tonight." Okay, All right, so I'm gonna
Okay.
play the clip and then we're gonna get right into it. And then just read my book if you're listening in the background. The link is pinned. You guys, if I start getting choppy with my audio, and if it start acting up too much, we gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop this live and go on over to um StreamYard, and hopefully you guys will follow me over there so we can have a great show. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Let me play the clip for you guys, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, all right. So once again, thank you so much, Kimberly, for doing that this video for us and giving us a clip of the characters on Bridgerton. I truly appreciate that because it gives you a more visual of the characters. And I love some of their clothing is either though even though it's back then, but it's kind of up to date. Do you know why? Did they? Do you know why? I wonder why. Oh God, what is her name? Penelope? What? Penelope?
Penelope. Penelope.
Penelope. Yes.
Hmm.
Why she is always in yellow? I don't know why her mother keep wearing these yellow dresses.
Well, I think they have they. I heard one in one of the episodes, and it might have been the last. Oh, there was the actually the episode 3 or 4 where Miss Featherweather, Penelope's mother, was telling Marion what it's time that when she said she had to go back out into society. She couldn't. She needed to hurry up and get um, you need to hurry up and get a husband because of her unexpected pregnancy coming up. She told her it's time for you to start wearing the family colors. So I'm thinking each family has like a color theme. And
They
if you
do.
notice, like the Bridgertons, they're more of a floral, like springy pinks, yet blues, purples, like what I'm saying, really light, springy colors. And as you can see in this picture of them, their colors are more dark greens, reds, you know what I'm saying? Those uh,
Right.
darker colors type of situation. Hmm.
I don't know why Penelope wasn't in this photo to the right. And
Right.
this is the Feathertons, guys. The one in the green is the maid who's
Hmm.
by the mother. The mother is in the middle. So the two ladies in the middle, the one on the
In
left
the green,
side in the middle, that's the maid. I think she's the
right?
head
She's in
maid of the house.
the chamber.
And this is Lady
Chamberlain.
Featherton, huh?
Mhm. No, they call them Chamberlain Chamber, and they got her like the other ones for the ones that watch the girls. They said the name for that too. What they call them, your chaperone or your something. She called her
Right, yes, the chaperones is the one who goes with them
with the
to
girls.
they go when they go to the ball or
Go
dinners
shopping, right?
and shopping and things like that. Yes, they do send the chaperones with them. So they have the chaperones. And those are the two daughters on the end. So you have Penelope who's in the yellow on the far left, and then you have the two daughters which is on the side, the one on the side of the mom, which is I who which one is that? I think that's Prudence. I think that's Prudence, or anyway, their name is Prudence and Philippia, whatever. Philippa, Philippi, whatever it is. Hey, what's up, Linda B? Hey, girl, hey. So that's the Feathertons, and I just put the picture up so that it's Featheringtons. So y'all could get a big picture of, who they are and the characters. So I'm gonna do a short summary so I could get you caught up to what is going on in season 1, episode 3. In episode 3, it is Art of the Swoon. Okay, Art of the Swoon. And it says, as the social season continues in the Regency London, romantic tensions and personal struggles deepen for several characters. Okay, so y'all know you have Daphne and Simon. Now, last season, who was the couple? I mean, well, chat episodes 1 and 2, we got into Daphne and Simon, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Daphne and Simon, we did get into Daphne and Simon.
Yeah. Because
Um,
she was the queen bestowed her as the diamond of the year or the diamond of this season.
right, right, with the Daphne and before we get there. Now, introduction, another picture, because I think we introduced the cousin as well who showed up. So this is the cousin to the left, all the way on the left side of this picture. That's the cousin who came in the house, and we told you that she came in town, she was pregnant, and so they are trying to bed her to find a husband without telling the husband that she's pregnant. So they're trying to hide, the whole
That she's pregnant and how she got pregnant.
exactly, because she's not married, haven't been in touch with the baby daddy. Okay. So here they are. This is a picture of them actually out at one of the balls or something, I
Right.
believe. And so that's Penelope, and that's the mom, Lady Feather
Mm.
Featherington. And so just to give you a visual of that picture, and what I'm talking about. So Daphne and Simon. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I just love these two characters. I love the love story because things is complicated, right?
Right. Right.
You
They
know
both
some
have two, they both come from two different backgrounds. She comes from a
exactly.
family background, with both parents, loving parents, supportive siblings, and he's an only child, no supporting family except for the what is the lady's name? Oh my god, I'm horrible with the names tonight.
Daphne.
No, right there in the purple with the eyebrows.
Oh, Danbury, Lady
Danbury,
Danbury.
yeah, Danbury.
Yeah, so they come from different backgrounds. So on the far left is Daphne and Simon. And I tell you, when you see them dance together, it's like magical, right?
Mm,
But I love when they first dance and they're both kind of like popping they ish, right? They are like popping they ish, which I enjoy the moments and hearing them talking crap to each other. What's up, room shaker? Hey, girl. Hey. Yes, Simon definitely need therapy. And let me put this up here because I am posting pictures and we are just reviewing the show. Okay, copyright disclaimer under the title of 17 USC section 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit education. Sorry, where's the period, Jill? Right? Period. Nonprofit educational or personal use tips. the balance in favor of fair use. I wanted to get that out the way since I'm sharing pictures and things of that nature. So this gives you a picture of, if you haven't watched Bridgerton, like the fashions as well. You see how they are all dressed in the picture right here. Um, to the right side, you have the queen, and this is the prince, which is her nephew.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her nephew, and this is Daphne on the side. Okay, so giving y'all a visual. So I do love their character, different backgrounds. So Daphne and Simon episode. Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett grow closer while maintaining their fake courtship. Now remember, they decided, did we get into that? They decided to start dating each other after they met, or that did we not get there go there last time?
I think
Oh,
so.
Kimberly
I think
probably
we
on
just.
mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. You're good.
I'm trying to work
So
my.
they had fake courtship. So they were acting like they were both courting each other just to pretend, because he doesn't want to get married and don't want to marry. She does want to get married, but give her time to meet the right guy of her choice. So he doesn't want to get married. So she decided they were trying to remember, they were trying to hook her up with that old geezer.
Right.
They was trying to hook her up with that older man, Melvin, and the last season. So she was trying to get out of getting married to him. So they decided to act as if they're courting until she finds, someone else. So their stage relationship is working. Daphne becomes more desirable to other suitors, and genuine feelings begin to surface. Simon, however, is determined not to marry, haunted by his troubled past with his father. Now, we talked about last episodes of, how the father disowned him and things of that nature, because he had a speech impairment. Um, so the father would, sent him away, and everyone thought he was dead. Okay, because that's how he presumed him to be dead, because he was embarrassed, um disgusted by his speech impairment. He stuttered, and which we all could agree that was so disgusting to disown your own son, your only child. So let me see. Linda B said, that's a lot of words. We ain't gonna hold you. Thank you. They did decide to, because that was what would make Daphne appear more, yes,
More eligible.
eligible.
Mm.
Mhm, eligible. Yes, absolutely. Then we gonna have going on the Benedict's uh,
Benedict.
artistic awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So Benedict Bridgerton, another Bridgerton, okay, explores the art world and attends a party filled with unconventional thinkers. Baby, just think about it. In a room. Now, I don't know if I went further, but I think they did show the scene. See, I gotta read my notes. I'll read my notes because I have seen my scene. This is just, I don't want to keep saying, did I say this? Did we introduce this? Because I have my own notes. I'm just giving you a summary of what's going on, guys. So this experience opens his mind to new perspectives about society, class, and self-expressions. Now, Marina's secret. Remember, we're talking about Marina Thompson, the cousin of the
Mm-hmm.
Feathertons. Okay, faces a growing crisis. Her pregnancy become harder to hide. She is pressured to secure a husband quickly, leading to difficult and desperate decisions.
Mm.
Um,
And that was really interesting to me. That
that
was.
was.
That's really
That was
interesting.
really interesting and kind of jacked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, y'all some cold. It just reminds you of women who get pregnant, right? And try to, you know, fake their pregnancy,
Right.
or
Or
they
putting on
pregnant
somebody
by another
else.
man and put it on another guy who they're currently with because
Yeah.
you were sleeping around, or
Right.
because you were pregnant when you started dating this other person and didn't
Right.
tell them. And
Mm,
then now you have this baby, and and you claiming that it's that they're the father. It's just crazy. So
right.
these kind of give you situations too that, see, it was going on way back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Way
Exactly.
back then it was going on, and bring it up to today society. People are still doing that crap. That's
Hmm.
crazy. Penelope's, okay, so Penelope's feelings. So Penelope Featherington continues to harbor unspoken love for Colin Bridgerton while watching Marina pursue him,
Hmm.
creating emotional tension and heartbreak. Now,
Because
ooh, we
because Marina is telling Penelope that's her confidant. She's telling her all the things, and she's trying to. Penelope is trying to be there for emotional support for her because she's in her home, and then so she's telling her all about, what looking for the letters for the soldier who she's supposed to be pregnant by. She's
right.
waiting later to come to him in the mail, and she's going to get the mail out every day to so she can hopefully bring this girl some good news. And so that and you we and in episode 3 or 4 they did speak about how the mother, Mrs. Featherton, and that maid, they did a nasty deed.
Yes, they did. Oh,
They
they
did.
did a very nasty deed where we would get into shortly. That was just terrible. I'm like, dang, y'all people are wicked. One thing about this show, listen, these people talk about shady and cutthroat. baby, baby, these people was something else, okay?
Mhm.
And then we're going to talk about Eloise investigates. Okay, so Eloise, which is another Bridgerton, she's another Bridgerton that is she and Penelope is close friends. So remember that, becomes she
That's right.
becomes increasingly obsessed with uncovering the identity of Lady Whistledown. You remember we were talking about Lady Whistledown, the person who write the newsletter that comes out in town, okay, and with
Mm,
the
right.
gossip about
That's
all the
about
royalty families and stuff.
the 1800s Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah. Right. Damn, damn, that's a long time, right? Damn, I forgot about Sally. Jesus. So she's showing her sharp intellect and resistance to societal expectations. So getting in, that's a summary for episode 3. I'll get into 4 once we hit there. Now, I mean, my notes, listen, y'all. It was so crazy about the whole when it starts, right? Episode 3. So Daphne is having dreams about Simon. That's how they started off, right? She's having Daphne having dreams about Simon in her sleep. He's thinking about her. They were eating ice cream in a parlor. They just setting the scene off of how their feelings for one another develops, right? Because
Right.
first they can't
Natural
stand each
attraction.
other.
They have a natural
Um,
attraction to each other.
what you said?
I say they have a natural attraction to each other. They actually have to me, they have a natural attraction to each
Yes.
other. Hmm.
Yes, because it starts off rough. Like, I don't like you. You know what I mean? And I heard about you, and he didn't even know that she was a Bridgerton, which
Right.
is his best friend. He's best friends with the oldest brother, Anthony.
Hmm.
So he's best friends with the older brother, Anthony. And so they automatically get into, they don't like each other, blah, blah, blah. and just go through these, the different things. I thought this picture of them was really cool. I mean, really beautiful. Now, this one I love that he is easy on the eyes, y'all.
He is very
Okay.
handsome.
He is very handsome. Hopefully I'm waiting for you to get caught up because I'm looking at my other phone. Okay, we caught up. Yes, Penelope was going hard for Marina. She was, child.
Mhm.
She was. And they're easy on the eyes. I just feel like, I love the picture on the left, just their moment together and just to watch them interact, how they both became irritable. And what's crazy is
How it
because they were
progressively
so
got,
irritable with one another.
how it progressively got more.
Yeah, how
Mhm.
progressive it got to where they starting to fall in love with each other. And especially when we'll get to that next episode when they got caught in the garden.
Right, but it even started when they went to go to the art exhibit. They went to go. Everybody, they had that art exhibit and they were
Yes.
out there, and they went to look at the paintings and stuff. And were admiring this one painting of like a tree with the background and stuff. And they kind of reached and kind of touched each other's hand ever so gently, just elegantly, not to define
Yes, yes.
this wood flower that's coming to bloom.
Exactly. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Now, what is it with these older men? It is just so crazy. So, so
A
like I said,
person,
they were dreaming about each other, and then yeah, the scene because that he was looking at his mother, one of his mother paintings. So that was
right?
actually one of his mother's painting. You know,
Oh, now
that
that
they
was
were
I
viewing,
missed
and
that.
that's one of his favorite. No,
Oh,
one of
that
his
was
mother's favorite paintings.
painting, right? That
Sorry.
was his favorite painting. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Right. And yeah, that was her one of his mother's favorite paintings.
Hmm.
And that right there softened Daphne up even more.
Right.
After she was like, "Oh my God, okay." Cuz
Yeah.
she was also adoring the photo. So that was another connection that
Right.
started growing them both because that was his mother's favorite and she was
Intrigued by.
admiring the photo and liking. He was like, oh, that was one of my mother's favorites. So that connection was crazy. So the cousin, now the cousin been waiting for a letter from the guy she was pregnant by. Now, what you said, Foot Soldier said is he good? Is he a good guy? Forget what he looks like. So when they introduce him, you don't know his story, his background. So he doesn't seem like a not too great guy because of all the turmoil that he went through. So if you was here when we went over episodes 1 and 2, hey, what's up, Big Brenda? Hey, boo. Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, Linda
Okay,
B.
no problem. Thank you for stopping through. I appreciate it. So he was going through his background. Remember, his father disowned him at the age of 4, like after he saw that he was stuttering. So he wrote him off as dead. So everybody thought he was dead. He sent him off alone. So he didn't go to school. He just was with some maid. Okay, who was trying to teach him the best he can, the best she could. And so he was going through a lot of hurt, regret, anger. So
Mhm.
he was just wanting to sleep around with women with no attachments. He didn't want no attachments. He
Right.
wasn't interested in loving anyone. He had a bitter heart. He grew up. His mother died when giving birth to him, so he didn't know his mother. And so imagine that your mother dies, um and your dad just disowned you and write you off as dead, got everybody thinking he died, and told him how he discussed him. So this is his character of how he was built. So no, he wasn't pleasant. He was drinking heavily, heavenly. So I would say no, Foot Soldier. He wasn't nice at the beginning. You know, everybody have a history, and it's always that one someone that just connects and just opens and tear those walls down,
Right?
tear those barriers down, all that anger down, all that hurt down, and just start helping you mend and heal along the way. And then there's a little bit of light that comes into that dark heart, you know, day by day. So that is how I can kind of say that that's what's happening with Simon. Daphne is working on them walls, okay?
Mm,
He's
exactly.
definitely working on them walls, and not purposely.
Yeah, she's
Because
not
remember, she
intentionally
keeps
doing it.
mm,
Right. Right. She's not intentionally doing it. It's yeah, like I said, it's a natural progression of their relationship, you know. But
yes,
Linda
it
D
did cause
also said,
spirit.
which I was that's what I was laughing at. She said Daphne needs to slap him and tell him to get over it because we got to get married. We got babies to be making.
Oh my God, it was just crazy. Now, oh my God, I wish I had a picture of Queen Elizabeth. Baby, I the in that scenery with the cousin, and when they went waiting on the letter from, oh, I skipped over that. So the cousin is waiting on a letter from the baby daddy.
Hmm.
And that's where um this is when Kimberly was telling you about Lady Featherton, the dirty deed that they did. So you know, she's sitting there. She told her she got to get up and get a husband and quick. She got married into money. I don't care. We gonna buy you a dress to cover that bump, okay?
And they even had the tailor come in, and the tailor said, "But my measurements must be off. Are you gaining a little weight?"
Yes. The tailor was like, oh, my measurements is off. I was like, no, it ain't. She pregnant. You ain't off. She got more gut than them titties, okay? She ain't
Yeah.
got no boo. The guts. The gut and the titties ain't matching, okay? Um, so, you know, finding a husband, but you know, Marina wasn't having it. Okay, she was not trying to marry no older men. That's why I said, what is up with y'all trying to get them hitched with these old men? And so
It
they
didn't
tried
matter.
to,
It didn't matter. Back in those, they if they couldn't, if they weren't, or if they wasn't considered damaged, you know, damaged goods, or like in her case, by her being pregnant, their goal was to just marry them into money, marry them, get them married off, so that they wouldn't be spinsters and they wouldn't be. Yeah, and then she even took her to the place where, do you want to? Is this what you want to? Where you want your lifestyle to be? She took her down where, in the, I guess, where everyday working people like me and yourself would be at, and say, is this what you want for your life? You remember that
yeah,
episode scene? And I thought that was like very distasteful. Like those people are happy probably at their station of life. You know what I mean?
right. I'm like, what are you going? I mean, where you going to be one of those? He died on top of me.
Yeah.
I mean, not funny, but you know what I'm saying. You
No.
trying to get these, and that you know, and I can imagine Lady Featherton with her dirty, you know, she just she is just grimy. Okay. She probably don't, that's what she probably want
I
anyway.
think that's where she came from too, and I suspect her story as the series progressed, you'll find out that she didn't marry for love either.
Now, I'm glad you said that.
Mm,
Okay. Let's get down. Remember in episodes 1 and 2, let me answer this comment. Them in front of that painting. Yes, Linda, that was so beautiful. And it was really, really touching. Yes,
mm,
Daphne made him understand why his mother liked the painting. Yes, it seemed like Simon broke inside. He did. He
yep.
did. He broke down when discussing that painting, baby. Cause honey, that painting just took him, because she described being in the country and alone,
Yeah.
you know, alone, and you know, so it set this tone,
It
and
was
you
an
kind
isolated,
of
icebreaker.
Exactly, because that he's imagining that's probably how his mother felt with his father. Alone, gloomy, outside. You get what I'm saying? Like she was alone. She
Yeah, because
wasn't
she
she
like
wasn't given.
I think her words she said about that picture. She said it's like you wake up in the morning and you look out your window and it's like it's just nobody else in the world but just you. I remember her saying that.
Yeah, something. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But Daphne needs to slap him and tell him to get over
Right.
it. Listen, Linda B, I'm just like, listen, it's good, it's good. And she kind of does that a little bit without using a hand. How about that?
Mm.
Um, but I love the Queen Charlotte afro. Do you remember that scene? Her afro?
Hmm.
Queen Charlotte afro was bomb diggity. Okay. And I just, with that whole marrying these old men, I don't even know. Like you said, that it seems like that's what the mother, I don't know. She didn't marry for love. Let's put a pin in it. Remember episode 1 and 2, like I was about to say. Remember, it was a black man looking at her over the newspaper. That was not the husband. So I want to know who was that.
That
Remember,
yes,
you
it
said
was.
that was her husband because that wasn't her husband. Come to find out in episodes 3 and 4, because we meet Lord
Fort
Fellington.
Silverton. Yeah, that's the same man, honey.
No, it ain't. That was a black man, and that man was white.
A black.
Who?
Oh, yeah, her husband is white.
Right, but remember the black man was sitting in there looking over the newspaper,
I
and
didn't
you
see it.
y'all
I thought
said
he
that
was
was,
black.
huh?
I thought he was black. That was looking over the paper.
Right,
What
and
you
y'all said that was her husband, but that was not her husband.
what you say, Linda B? Because you watching it with us. You seen that man when the girl when Marion came to the house and he was sitting on the sofa. This was 1800 century, yeah, foot soldier. What you
Yes, I'm
see?
sorry. It was the 18th century. Yeah. What year? It was the 18th century. Yeah. Yeah. She was trying to convince her to find a husband and not wait for the baby. That yeah, because because then she would have had to stay in that house, honey. If she didn't find a husband, it would be like a big scandal. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Right.
were not supposed to be having no baby
And it
without
brought
no
shame to their
husband.
house. It have brought shame to their house too.
Exactly. So it would have brought shame to our house, and then her girls would have been not get a chance to marry anybody, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't been able to, even be entered for to be a diamond by the queen, or anything else. So if she wouldn't find a husband quick before that baby was born, yeah, they would have, it brought shame to the house and they wouldn't have been able to do all of that. It was a white man. I want y'all to go back. Now y'all got me ready to play it while I'm up here. I want y'all to go
See,
back to that episode. That man looked black to me,
he
who
didn't
was
look black
peeking
to me.
over that newspaper.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope.
It was a white man. The man that now we find out is the husband, from what I remember. I don't know. I'm going to go back to that scenery and see, because I don't know. But the man they introduced Marina to, yes, he was nasty. He wasn't worrying about nothing, honey. But Marina was nasty to him too. She was not feeling him, and she let him be known she was not going. Okay, she said hell no to the no no. Mm-mm-mm. So I want y'all to know, like, so the sotress, right? What you call them? The seamstress.
Mm-hmm.
So the seamstress and the opera singer, they were cool, as we see. They were friends,
Mm-hmm.
which was interesting, because I kind of was getting them confused.
No, they're two different people.
No, I know they weren't the same. I was getting them confused, like with was the seamstress sleeping with somebody too?
In the next couple of seasons, she is sleeping with somebody,
Okay,
but
yeah, okay, never mind. That's why. See, it's hard when you saw the show already,
mm,
because you start remembering crazy stuff, and that's why I was mixing them up. But this is the opera singer,
mm-hmm,
and
yeah,
the opera singer, was sleeping with Benedict Benedict, right?
right, mm-hmm.
So who was Cena? Cena was sleeping with Anthony. Remember Cena?
So, no, wait a minute, season one, yeah, this is, yeah, the oldest son was sleeping with the opera singer. Anthony was sleeping with the opera singer, and Benedict wasn't sleeping with anybody as of yet.
See, I got them confused then. Because they would, so the singer started flirting with Simon. Remember how
Right.
because after, what's her name, left her, had to break it off with her or something, I think. So she tried to flirt with Simon, remember? And
Mm-hmm.
told him to meet her when they were
Yeah,
out
yeah,
at that
yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't that something? Daphne done got him whipped. He ain't even go.
No,
He
when he
left
got
her
when he
hanging.
got rid of when he left the that was after they left the arts museum
The
because
gallery, yes.
he got ready to get in his coach and he said, "Are we going to the opera?" And he said, "No, we're going home."
Yeah, he went home. And so he left
Mhm.
her hanging, which was so awesome because I was like, yes. I was so happy that I said, oh yeah, Daphne done gotten that. She got them bricks going. She
Yeah.
chipping down that wall. He got built over that heart. The opera singer was sleeping with the oldest brother. Okay,
Right, the
okay,
oldest one, Anthony. Hmm.
okay. The opera singer was sleeping with Anthony. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the first and second episode. Okay, got you, got you. Okay, the first and episode. Okay, got you. So I was just sitting there, but what did you think about that whole? Um, what did you think about the prince?
The princess when he came into the picture, and see,
Yeah.
and that's Queen Charlotte's. That's one of his her family members, I think.
Yes, that's the nephew.
The nephew, yeah, that's her nephew, and so she wants him to marry the diamond of the year season. Um,
Right. She want him to marry Daphne.
right, and so
And as you can see, that's the prince there.
right,
Standing there. Then you see you see what's the name on the left right hand side in the back, Simon. And this
and
is another
what he's
picture.
doing if this in this scene right there, they're looking up. This is when Daphne comes
Daphne
into the
enters the
in that
room.
white. That's when she wore her white that night to the ball.
Yes, because she was pissed because Simon playing games now.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
Simon was playing games. She was like, you know what? He ain't trying to do this. I'm going to do this. But what do you, before we get into that, what do you think about um Penelope and what do you think about Penelope and Eloise friendship as of right now?
They have been good friends. Seems like to me since like childhood.
Yeah, because
Um,
they was living right next door to
next
each
door to
other.
each other, and so they're very opposite. Because I mean, Penelope is the type she where she wants marriage and she wants family. She wants to do the society type thing when it's her time to do it. But of course, I think they don't say it on here, but I get the impression by her interaction with her sisters that because she's on the heavier side, that she's like the oddball, and the two smaller girls are even though they're oddballs too, but she's odder than those two because they all three of them are odd if you ask me. But and then Eloise, she doesn't want to have anything to do with society life. She wants to be an independent thinker, a
Yes.
writer, have her own career, her own thoughts. She doesn't want to be rely on a man to tell her what to do and all that kind of stuff. She's totally opposite. So that's the dynamic between them two.
Look, Linda said she thought the prince was gay. He
The
walked
prince,
on and said, "What?" He walked on and said, "He gay." What? Oh my God, Linda B.
I could see
I
them seeing Eloise. I could actually see her being,
with
maybe
yes.
possibly living that lifestyle. I could see her that being her path. You know what I mean? Mhm.
The first girl with the prince, my lord, her here. Oh, let me go back to that picture. But yeah, I remember. So to speed it up a little bit before we get into episode 4, right? Because this is just showing you what's coming on. The prince is introduced into the scene. Charlotte introduced. Let me go back to that picture.
And what's so unique about that is because when Queen Charlotte he comes to town and she introduced him to society. Then all the prominent, you know, ladies that's wanting to be married for this season, they all start looking towards him as an option for a good suitor, because that would be really stepping up in society, right? To be married to a prince.
Yeah, that's really stepping up,
Hmm.
because that's right. That is right by the queen and the
Right.
king,
And see, Simon is
so
a duke, so he's not as high in stature as the
no, the
prince is.
Duke is not, or the Lord isn't either.
Hmm.
The Lord and the Dukes. But when you get to well, yeah. Wait, what is it? King, Queen,
Prince,
Prince,
mm, princess,
um,
or
Princess, and then the Lord, then the Duke, right?
I think the dukes are higher than the lords, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
the Dukes is higher than the Lord. I gotta look at that. What y'all think, y'all? Y'all know in the chat? I can't remember which one it
It's
is.
the
Now,
matriarch chain for the royal family.
yeah, there's a certain walk. So crazy talking about there's a certain walk. I don't know. He just seems. Oh God, I don't know. I live in America. Me too, Linda. Linda
We
B,
need a
you cutting
we
up
need a more
down here,
diverse audience over here on
huh?
Jill. I said we need a more diverse audience over here on
Yeah,
Jill's
so we
Comfort
could get
Crew.
into the nitty gritty of who's who and all that goodness, right? But
Hmm.
so speeding, I mean, going into it. So Eloise, I love Eloise and um Pen
Penelope's relationship.
Penelope. Why I keep getting tongue tied with this child's name? And I love their relationship. You can see they are total opposites.
Hmm.
Total opposites. But anyway, so how Simon, after speaking with Danbury, remember, because
Yeah,
Danbury was like, after they started getting closer, she could tell
she
that
seen
Simon is getting feelings. What you
right.
say?
Yeah, I
She could,
think she told him at the ball, "Don't play with that girl's feelings. If you're not
yes.
interested in forming a long, making her a bride, then don't play with her feelings." And he said just, and that's when he got angry, and he went and told her the next day, "I'm not going." When they met at to have coffee or tea or whatever to do their walk through the park like they normally do, and he told her that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be able to see you anymore, and this is not going to work, and you have suitors, approaching you now, so my services are no longer. And she was like, "Why?" She was taken back because she thought we just had a connection at the art museum. We touched hands. Why? Where does all this come from? So
Right. So
that
yeah,
broke
the
her
lady
heart.
Dunbury is telling him, like, listen,
Hmm.
you better get with it because he said and then that's when he went and told after speaking with Dunbar, yes, he went and told her he was leaving. He
Hmm.
don't want to continue with their arrangements, and he's leaving and all that other stuff. So yeah, she was very confused because she thought they were connecting, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
he made a promise to her, and that's when she came out with that white dress. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they were looking, when we talked about the picture of them looking. I wish I had these pictures in order, but I couldn't remember what,
Mm-hmm.
the order when the picture. So I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I'm telling y'all, as the season go on, I promise to get more organized. Okay, but I wanted to give y'all some visuals. So what she said, there's a certain, well, I don't know, I live in America. Okay, he had it. Girl, y'all cutting up in this chat about this man walking stuff, child. So that after that, now this is when, now go back to Kimberly about the part with the lady, Featherton and the maid, what they did.
What they did was, Lady Featherton and the maid got together and forged a letter. The maid did the forging. That Miss Featherton, she kept her hands dirt clean. She let the maid take the damn rap if there was a crime of forgery. She's the one going to jail for it. But
Which
they forged a letter from the soldier for Marions, who she's pregnant by, just, saying that he doesn't want a relationship, that he don't want to have anything to do with the baby, and all of those things. And so when she
that
received
broke
it,
my heart.
yeah, that was, and then that she started screaming when she read the letter, and they were sitting
Yes.
downstairs, the maid, and I get her name because she's a prominent character too in the
I
dream.
forgot her name because she's throughout the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, and one thing about them, they are very loyal. You know what I'm saying?
The
She was
servants.
very, very loyal. The
Mm-hmm.
maids, and they were loyal as hell. Okay. I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
know that's right. You need some folks like that loyalty. But I mean, that was crazy that you had to do, because your ass will be locked up fooling with these people. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fooling
Mm-hmm.
with these people. So then we're going. So yes, they wrote a letter for Marina, the cousin, and they gave her the letter. And it was saying that he don't want her. He don't want nothing to do with her or the issue, the
Mm-hmm.
baby, and all
Mm-hmm.
that. Leave him alone and all that good stuff, and forge his signature and all that other crazy stuff, like she just said. And which was very sad. It was heartbreaking to hear the hurt. You could tell how hurt she was, and screaming and hollering and crying and
And
all that stuff.
all of that was done in an effort to get her off the mindset of waiting on this man to come back.
Yeah,
And
so she could go out and date, find her a husband. Because she wasn't trying to find no husband. Okay. She wasn't trying to find no husband. So that was all the efforts of finding a husband. And remember, I said this is the scene where after Simon told Daphne that he don't want nothing to do. He's leaving. He don't want no parts of their arrangements and all that. So this is them. He's still there now because he's not leaving yet, because he have to stay for his friend's boxing match. His friend asked him, please stay, don't leave or whatever. And he stayed for the boxing match to support him. So now she comes out with this white dress and she was looking cute. And that's the prince and him, and they looking down. And so now we're into season 4. Do you want to read season 4 summary, or you want me to read it?
I'm having a coughing episode.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get into it. Sorry. Oh, she is such a trooper. Kimberly not feeling well, y'all. Send some prayer hands up for my girl to get better soon. Jesus, I must say, those dresses are a hot mess. Yeah, I couldn't imagine wearing them heavy dresses back then. Okay, what you said for soldier, not her, not me. Her words, not mine. So getting into episode 4, which is called "An Affair of Honor." Okay, this episode is packed with scandal, confrontation, and a turning point in relationship in episode 4. Okay, Daphne and Simon breaking point. Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett can no longer deny their feelings, which is my favorite part. Oh my god. After a tense and emotional buildup, they share a passionate moment in the garden, but are caught by Daphne's brother. We'll talk more about that. The duel. Now, after that kiss, this is where the duel comes in at. Anthony Bridgerton, which is the oldest brother of Daphne's, demands that Simon marry Daphne to preserve her honor. When Simon refuses to marry her, a duel is arranged between the two men. Simon is willing to risk his life rather than to be forced into marriage due to his vow never to have children. At the duel, Daphne intervenes dramatically, forcing the truth into the open and stopping the violence just in time. A forced proposal. Faced with a scandal and no other options, Simon agrees to marry Daphne, but makes it clear he cannot give her children. Daphne, still determined and hopefully, sorry, Daphne, still determined and hopeful, accepts anyway. So that's to set the scenery for episode 4. Oh my God. When I tell you, it was just so crazy. So at the boxing match, right? Sees episode 4. At the boxing match, Daphne is there with the prince. So I told you he stayed in town. So she's decided to go with the prince and dating. Now she wants to prance around with the prince because she's like, okay, he don't want to marry me. It seems like I have no other choice but to let this get with the prince. So now she's getting with the prince, the queen's nephew. So now they're courting, they're
Ain't nothing like
courting and every huh?
options. Ain't nothing like options, options, options.
Exactly. Ain't nothing like options. You better have some options, baby. So now she's going to go ahead and date the prince. Okay. Her and the prince is going, so they're dating, they're doing their courting and everything. So he asks her brother Anthony to bring her to the boxing match. And so, which is an odd date, but whatever. So they go to this boxing match. I wish I had a picture of the friend. Next, when we get into episodes 5 and 6, I'm gonna make sure I get a picture of the friend and his wife because that is important to know those characters
Right.
as well because they play a big part in this
Whole series. The whole
series as
series.
well.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Simon is there to support his friend. The prince is there. Daphne told her mom about, her and the Duke arrangement. She finally told her mom the truth, right? Which the mom is like, what? You were faking. It's fake because the mother was like, oh, the Duke will come around and so she broke down and just was like, no, he's not. I'm gonna go with the prince or whatever, because her mom trying to convince her, like, oh, he'll come around and all this other stuff.
Because they
So
seen
she,
that. Because actually, Lady Dandridge and her mother, Mrs. Bridgerton, they all seen that they were when they would be walking through the park and all of that. They seen that there was a natural attraction to each other.
yes,
Even
they
they before they
did.
seen it. I think that they seen it. So.
They did. They definitely did. Thank you. Foot Soldier got praying hands up for y'all.
Thank
Linda
you.
said, oh,
Thank you,
watch it
ladies.
now. Them dresses might be back in style next year. They always bringing things back because bell bottoms came back a while ago.
I would
Um,
wear a dress like that. But I would love to go to like somehow people have parties, theme parties. I would love to go to a Bridgerton party. I would love it. I think that
Okay,
would
a
be just
theme party, but I'm not wearing
Mhm.
that just to be walking, or I'm not
No,
wearing that to a
no, like a
wedding.
theme, yeah, for a theme party. I think that would be cute.
A theme party, yes,
Yeah.
I would
Mhm.
definitely, girl, and I'll be snatched. I ain't wearing one of them rib breakers though. I want to breathe and I want to eat. Okay.
Oh Lord,
Daphne snatched the prince from the bad from the bad head
yeah,
chick. You so crazy.
she did. She absolutely did.
She did. She did. She snatched that prince. She did. She said, hold on. So Simon said, no, let me get this ninja back. Let me
I don't
get
blame.
back. So, Daphne told her mom, like, listen, we're not doing it. It was fake. Now Lady Vi knows, they know it's more. They both know, like you just said, the mother and Daphne's mom and Danbury knows that it's more between them, and know that her and Simon actually really do have feelings for each other. But he's being stubborn, and she's just like, oh, okay, well, fuck it. Let me move on then. So the prince, I told you the prince is the queen nephew. So that's when Danbury talked with Simon before he left and said, listen, you know, you better snap out and don't let her go. Like Kimberly said, you better get her and don't mess up and don't let her, because if you let her go, because she see her and the prince is dating and stuff now. And now the queen told the prince, because the prince like, she's not interested. She was like, what? You better work. The prince told, Queen Charlotte told him, you better do your job. You better make her want you. You know what I'm saying? What's
Mm.
wrong with you? You the prince. What you mean she don't want you? She said, get your tail out there and do your job. And so Anthony caught them kissing. I told y'all that, right? So Anthony caught them kissing in the garden. And he invited him to a duel because he told him, I'm not marrying her. He
Mm.
punched him. He was in the garden because they danced, got back together after this scene here where you see, and he put the necklace on her. So that means you kind of accepting a little bit, right? Because you accept the necklace, the gift that, the queen gave him the necklace to give her as a gift. So that's what the prince is putting on Daphne's neck now. And since she's kind of accepted, that means you're interested, Okay, I accept the gift. Let me see. I'm confused with how Miss Bridgerton reacted when Daphne was crying. Which part? Oh, when she was crying, when she was saying, well, because she didn't understand. Remember, she wasn't understanding what was going on. Like, why are you feeling like this? you know? And that's when she was telling her, is that the part you talking about? That's when she came out and screamed, talking about it was fake.
Yeah, that's when she started crying. Her mom was confused because she was
Yeah.
like, "Well, he's really interested in you, and what happened? Why are you?" Because she was like, I'm not seeing him anymore." So once she told her mom that it was a fake relationship courtship that was only to help her get suitors, he's really not interested in me. The mom already seen that there was a possibility that they were connecting, and she was like, "What happened?" And then when she told her that, she was like, "Well, she was kind of, that's when Daphne started crying, and the mom was
Yeah,
like,
that's why she was crying, and
and
because
the
the
mom
mom
started
was confused.
confused,
Like,
right,
okay, y'all faking. Because
right,
and the mom is still stuck on, I see how y'all look at each other.
each other, right, mm-hmm,
The mom is lost. Like, what do you mean? Y'all was faking and all that stuff. Like, yeah, but that don't look like faking to me. Because you
right,
could see, and y'all saw the passion. And if you watch it, the passion in their eyes of looking at each other, it was just so mesmerizing. I'm tongue tied. it was just, you could tell it was just like, oh God, okay. And each step, so Daphne as the woman, she ain't trying to push up on him. He supposed to be pushing up on her. So
Yeah.
she kind of like was hesitant this whole time of backing away. Like, okay, you know what? I'm not supposed to be making the moves. You do.
Right.
You supposed to want me. And I don't know, for some reason, you keep disrespecting me and pushing me away. So I'm not going to be trying to push up on you. This is your job. What
Right.
about that when Daphne asked Simon about sex? Oh, yes. Well, that can't, yeah, when they were out walking, and she asked them about the sex part. I forgot. You remember that part?
Yeah. Yeah. She asked him. He said, "Well, you fulfill yourself, right?" And she looked at him all strange, like with like, huh? And he said, "Yeah, when you touch down in your lower parts." And she was like, "Huh?" She didn't have
Huh?
no. She had no clue. Bless her heart. Her mom
None.
did not prepared her. And let's talk about that for a brief moment.
Yes.
Don't you think this is strange that you build your girls up for a relationship? This is what they're groomed pretty much. Like they're groomed to get a spouse, a wealthy spouse, so that they can be a part of society, right? That's what they groom them for. But you don't, in the part of their grooming, the mothers, and you know what I'm saying, the mothers and then the fathers having the diary for the daughters to be able to get married and stuff. You would think somewhere along the way, especially when it's their season, because they come out in seasons. Like
Exactly.
you would think the mother would have a sit down and say, "Baby, this you getting ready to go into courtship and going to possibly be married by the fall or the summer or the winter or however long. And there's certain things you need to know first, even about childbearing." And how the babies get it. You know what I'm saying? The story, I know I talked that to my child, and my parents talked it to me, told me about the facts of life. And it wasn't about the butterflies and the birds and the bees either. They were very specific. So I just don't understand why she was so naive. She didn't even have any idea that she could even touch her body and get sexual pleasure.
Right. The man had to basically tell her what she was going to experience.
And that's
He said, he was like, after marriage night, during, he said, the honeymoon, you about to get plucked. Okay.
right, right.
He
And that's
like,
that's
that
a
was
good
the
point.
most important part, that her mother said a little something, but it seems like, well, later on you'll see the mother have problems expressing.
But how? Not when you
I
have
don't
girls.
understand, but
When you
you got
have girls and you're planning on them marrying, that's your whole goal. That's her whole. That's the Brit. All these mothers in these things of these family household. That's their whole focus is raising their girls to be brides and to be somebody's wife.
right.
Well, that should be part of the course. That need to be part of the curriculum. Okay.
And
They
you
need to
got to
be,
let them know, because these are young girls too. So
yeah.
they sure
Yeah.
don't know nothing about no sex and all of that, because they're not being touched. They have an escort, they have a chaperone who,
Right.
to make sure, supposed to be with them every step of the way when
Right.
they out, so that a man won't touch
Don't
them and
deprive them.
and
Right.
all of that stuff like that. And so that is very important. That was a very important thing, because back in the day, it was, no one else talked to them about that. It wasn't allowed, as you see later on, that is introduced, that it's the mother's job. That is her job, to tell them about, the sexual part
Mhm.
of the whole marriage part. So they are supposed to explain about the whole sex, and it's sexual things and what you're going to experience, because baby, this man done caught you and all of this stuff, listen, and
And
done
now,
put that
and now he's telling her. He telling her what it is.
right. Simon putting her on. Listen, honeymoon, you about to get your freak on. Okay. I don't know what this is what's about to happen. She looking like, so what is it like? He was like, well, he's telling her, do you touch yourself? Like touch yourself. She was like, what?
What you say? Linda B say they get to talk the day before they married.
Right, child. These people getting it popping. Listen, Bunk married, they don't even know you. And they
I don't
they
know. I
don't
think
even know.
that's just the way she has these characters written. I really don't believe every mother back in the 1800s were doing that to their children or to their daughters, especially,
Doing what?
and not telling them about women's ways because they had to tell them about their menstrual period.
No,
You know,
this was I think this was her problem. This was Miss Lady Bridgerton problems.
mm,
Because that's what okay, I don't want to tell too much, but there go too far ahead. That was her problem, as you can see. You'll see because it is taught by the mothers, all
right,
mothers. That's their job.
right,
Your job is to prepare your daughter for that experience. So
right,
you are supposed to sit there and talk. And as y'all see, as the seasons go on, they get deeper. And you'll see other ladies like, what? They ain't tell you about that. Like your mother ain't tell you about this. You'll see the response from other women
mm,
because that was a shocker. Like,
right,
what do you mean you don't know?
right.
The pinnacle. That's what they call it.
Yeah, in the other episodes earlier, you're right. Hmm.
Yeah, the pinnacle. When you get so you'll
The
see that
climax.
the climax that in all of that, you're supposed to know this so that you are able to please your husband.
Right.
So that is the mother's job, to make sure you are prepared, to be prepared to please your husband in every way. Okay, because we want the munyan. We want the money, and we need you to be okay. I need you off of my budget. Okay. Let me stop being bad. But I'm just saying it's the truth. I thought the mother would have been better at finagling something. Child. It was just too much, right, Kimberly? Just like when Marina arrived at the Featherton, none of them knew about how a woman got pregnant, which was crazy because she was enough. Did they know? I don't think did they didn't know how she got pregnant.
No, no. Mm-mm. That's why I said that's crazy that seems to be the theme. Like that's a deep dark secret, but the whole time you have these girls, your daughters, you're grooming them to get married, but you're not also telling them about the responsibilities of what marriage consists of.
But
But
for me, I feel like they was asking how she got pregnant because she ain't have no man.
that could be
I
that too.
thought, because I'm serious, I thought they were asking how she got pregnant because where is the man? Like, why she don't have no man? And then you talk about married, and so it was embarrassing. You lock her away in this room, you know, and then start talking about all this and that. So I think they were trying to figure out, well, how did she get pregnant without no husband? The woman wasn't supposed to have pleasure back then. It was considered immoral. Well, I don't know because Simon was he asking her, "Do you touch yourself?" Okay.
Yeah, but Simon is only messing with women that's touching him, them, they, and y'all.
Well, I mean, no, because
All
okay,
the
I,
women
I
he
don't
messing
want to
with.
tell the other scenes, but
Yeah,
I
Simon
won't
has
say
been
the other
fluid. That's what the
scenes.
brother didn't. That's why Anthony didn't want him engaging with his sister because he said he knows that he gets around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they all do. They go to that little
Yeah,
bar,
the
the
hole in the
club.
wall. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that
hole
little
in the.
club thing with all of them, and they be in there doing their thing. So he
Mm-hmm,
know they all sleep around.
mm-hmm.
They got them hot girls, which they call the peasants.
Yeah, but see how they have a different standard for the women than they do for the men, and it's similar. Like now, the men, your boys, people tell their boys fathers tell their boys to go out and sow their oats, wild oats, and they want to introduce them to their first sexual piece and all kinds of things like that. But the girl women are are protected. They put a chastity belt on their daughters.
Yeah. But it was suppressed though. They weren't in public with it though.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So they, even though the men were sleeping around, it wasn't public. They had a
It was secret.
designation. Like it was secretive. It wasn't like you're just pouncing around with these women. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So that stuff
Well,
was secretive.
yeah, and that only reason why that was because of their prestige.
Exactly.
They wasn't that would damage. They had to hold the honor of their whole family, their family name,
They
their
were talking
legacy,
about
and
sex.
so they
Men
couldn't
and
do
young
things
women
like that.
did everything. Women, the society was supposed to stay shut up and ignorant. Right. And that's what it was. They want you to stay in the books. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the book. They don't, I mean, not stay in the books. They want you to stay in the house. Watch me raise your brother and sister so you know what the fuck to do when you have your kids. And help with these kids and do all of this and take these orders and stay prep and get your ass. Look, at 12, you was on the dance floor looking for a husband.
My
I'm like,
goodness.
damn, that is crazy stuff. But um, so okay, Anthony caught him kissing. Caught Daphne and Simon kissing in the garden. So, and Simon, like, I will not. He's like, you gotta marry my sister. He was
Mm,
going off. Like, you're
yeah.
gonna marry my sister. He like, no, fuck, I'm not.
Mhm.
He like, I'm not doing that. I cannot marry. I refuse to marry. And he was willing to die. He was
Mm.
willing to die in order to. So now he says we is a duel. Y'all know what a duel is, right, y'all?
Right.
You know the
Yeah, we
duel.
know.
Y'all got your guns, whatever, and y'all do the little walk away, standoff, whatever. So that at the dusk of dawn. So while all of this is going on, Simon goes to his friend, and Simon's all like, "Oh, I got a duel," and he like, "Oh my god, what you
Just
do?"
just apologize.
Yeah, he like, just apologize. Did something happen that bad? Like, what
Mhm.
happened? What did you do? It's amazing how then and now people believe in arranged marriage for real, and it's still
It
arranged
still is a
marriages going
thing.
on.
It's still a
Still,
thing.
it
It
is
is.
still live in kicking in other countries and different religions and stuff like that. So
We just
they go in, his friend like, apologize. Just apologize. Is it that bad? And he was like, he's like, you caught me kissing. He was like, oh, mm, no. He's stuck like, we'll marry her or something. And he looking like, no. And so his friend said, well, I'll be there. Whatever you call it. What they said, stand in? Because you need a stand in, I guess, just in case, I don't know, backup. I
Yeah, the
guess
scared
that's what it was,
was
right?
supposed to check the guns, make sure that you follow the rules. They even paid. I don't know if that was a police officer or somebody of the court. They had to,
Yes, it was
they had to pay somebody when they got there to the meeting grounds where they were going to have the duel at. And
the
and
duel. And
yeah,
remember, this is secret though.
right.
You can't get
Because
caught out there. So he like, hurry up. They like, hurry up before somebody come and see us. So anyway, everybody's prepping. Anthony, Anthony
and
and
his younger brother, Anthony, and what's his
the not the younger one, but the one underneath him. What is his name? The one who started dating the other lady. Damn, what is his name? Hold on, let me go back. Benedict.
yeah, Benedict.
Anthony and Benedict. Yes, Linda. Anthony and Benedict, they meet up, and so he was his backup. So he's telling him, then they pulled in the other brother. He's like, what's going on? because they all nervous. Now, how you asking somebody to a duel and you don't even know what the hell to do, and you nervous. So, but as the older brother, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't really want to do it because remember, this is his best friend. This is
Yeah.
his close friend, so he didn't want to, but he
He
had
had
to
to defend
protect
his
his
sister's
sister.
honor. He had to defend his sister's honor so
Right.
that she wouldn't
And
be
somebody saw them in the garden too.
right.
That I
The
forgot
bad
that
wig
girl
girl,
name.
bad wig.
Yeah, the bad wig girl saw them kiss in the garden, so she was gonna tell.
Mm,
So that's why he's like, oh, okay. So they get to the duel, they do they walk, they turn around, they getting ready to they turn around and get ready to fire at each other. And uh here comes Daphne on this horse. And she get in the middle, and Lord, the brother fired. He almost shot his sister. Lord
ain't
have
that
mercy.
sad? Mm, mm,
That
mm,
would have been sad as
mm, mm,
hell.
mm.
Okay. That would have been sad. What's his name? I can't remember. Who? Yeah, it is too many of them. It's a whole bunch of them. Benedict. But yeah, that would have been sadder if he would have shot his sister. So she didn't get shot. She's like, enough of this. You're gonna marry me. This is when now she drops all that pride stuff, and I'm not begging you to come and date me and all of this other stuff. She drops the pride, y'all. She like, fuck this. You gonna marry me because somebody saw me, saw us. You rather die and all of this. And my brother be done went to jail because remember, if he would have shot him, they had to hurry up and haul ass out of there, or he would have went to jail.
Right.
Okay, he would have went to jail for shooting him if the brother shot him. So
And
she
that's
like, let's stop this foolishness.
and
You
that's
gonna
why
marry me?
Anthony went to go see the his concubine at the at the end because before that morning because he told her we can run off, if I live and survive, we can run off together and
Right.
move to another town where we don't have to live to up to the society type of cockamamie bull quick stuff for lack of a better
Yes,
word.
I remember that. That is when he went to her house
Hmm.
and was like, yeah, we could get married away and all this other stuff and this and that. I was like, oh Lord, really? Shit. So yeah, that's what happened. So they did that. And he said, you gonna marry me. So she was like, you gonna marry me. Fuck all this stuff. You doing too much. Okay.
Hmm.
This is going too far enough. Somebody saw, do you dislike me that much that
Right,
you would see me get embarrassed or be shamed with
right,
knowing that you kiss me and a man touch me,
right.
and then I would never be in marriage and all of that. That's when he told her, now listen to the word, y'all. He said, I can never give you children. That's what he told Daphne. He could never
Mm.
give her children,
Yeah, and she deserves to have
and she
children like her
deserved better.
family. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
And let me
said, I cannot. And he said, you deserve to have children, blah, blah, blah. Are you willing to, marry me knowing that I can never give you children?
yeah, he didn't even want to put that on her either. You
He
know,
did.
he didn't want
He
to put
did.
that on her knowing that he wouldn't be able to fulfill her dreams. He he said she deserved better, but not thinking that she's not going to get better because once that word gets out that she's been defiled, she's going to be condemned as lesser than or whatever too, and the shame will be on their whole family as well. Linda B says, and that messed up the second son because he was just finding out how good he had it not being the firstborn. That's true.
Yeah.
Uh, he went to that art to visit that our guy in at the art show home, and they was in
Yeah.
there nudity and all, and he was like, "Oh, this
Child.
is what y'all do. This is what you do. This is what it's
Right.
this is a new this is a new thing for me. Let me see what y'all." He was the last one there, and
Cause
Everybody
that
else
remember he met that art guy when they was at that gallery, remember?
right.
And he was talking about in
Talking
episode
about how
2, I
bad
think.
that painting was, and then
Yeah.
the guy was standing right there, and then Barry didn't tell him one word. She just let him put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, Dan Barry just sat there and say, she like, why you ain't tell me that this is the guy who made the beer? But I'm gonna tell you something. I knew something was up with that damn gallery when he gave her the card. I said that man looking at him like he want more than just
Right,
talking about some art. He want art,
right,
all right.
right. Yeah,
I
he's the art,
knew that
and he want to
that art
paint him.
was gay.
He's the art, and he want to paint him.
He want to
He want to paint him with his brush.
yes, with his
Good Lord, good Lord.
oh my God, because listen, he wanted to paint him with that brush. I'm telling you, she never married anyone. She'd never marry anyone if Simon doesn't marry her. She's dishonored and without options.
Yeah,
Set
yeah.
my whole house. You crazy. But yeah, I knew it. I knew when he gave him that card and was looking at him in that art gallery. I said, oh shit, that artist want to be artistic with you,
Mm-hmm,
okay? And show you
mm-hmm,
some real brushes.
mm-hmm.
Brushes that don't bend when it comes to a certain extent.
Right, because he even told him. He said you could come back anytime to paint or just to have a conversation. I was like, oh, well,
Yes, I knew.
y'all have
I
conversations when y'all at that little bar place. That's where y'all drink and have conversations. You want him to come back to your house? Okay.
Right. So now when he said that, I was just like, oh shit, here we go. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, he wants you to come be artistic. But when he got there, because he does great work, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But
Yeah.
he just needed to get better a little bit.
Hmm.
And I said, I knew it. That's what I wrote in my note. I said, it seems like the artist he was talking to wanted something more
Hmm.
more than just painting. And it wasn't colorful. It was colorful, all right. But anyway, they were they were making paintings. They had real people in there. They were naked, okay, and so they were painting naked people who, whatever you call that. And so that happened while they were doing that. Now the husband now the Featherton, Lady Featherton, the husband that gambled the money and all that, he was a
At the
heavy
match,
gambler.
yeah, at the
They were
boxing match,
broke.
he had made all the bids. Remember when they was at the boxing match?
Yeah, because they were broke.
Yeah,
He
he was
done
betting
went.
money. He was betting that money on that boy to lose. He was betting wanted that black guy to lose the fight.
Yes.
And when he won the fight, he was betting on the white guy. See, some racism
Yes.
on there. But when he and,
Exactly.
mhm,
Exactly.
and when the
That was
white
real way the white guy. Let me see.
mhm.
And what was Benedict smoking? I don't know what they were smoking. They were smoking something. It looked like wet. Because
But
it
I
was
think I think it was cigarettes because even Eloise, she smokes.
no, not that. I'm talking about that brown thing they was smoking in there. They looked like they was smoking weed or some shit.
I know that lady passed him. I thought it was a cigarette, but back
Yeah,
then,
because then you see them in another episode. They don't be passing no cigarette around like that. They was passing that little brown. It looked like some weed or something. Here I go again. Putting drugs on people.
I think it was a cigarette. I don't think it was.
I don't know. Because it wasn't a cigar. You know what a cigar looked like. Because
No,
they
it wasn't
do
a
smoke
cigar.
cigars back then too.
Yeah, they did
Look,
smoke
foot
cigarettes.
soldier drugs too. Yeah, I'm telling you, they was smoking some drug. Now, remember last time I told y'all, so just read my book was correct. Because remember she was saying remember when the lady she was powdering her nose with that Talking about bring me some snuff.
Uh-huh.
Bring me some snuff. So back in the day, there was
Yeah,
snuff
they did
that
stuff.
was in a powdery substance, whatever.
Yeah, they did
Mm.
dip snuff and stuff, but
Yeah, because I was accused and I said the
it,
cocaine.
it's like you trying to put them on smoking some marijuana. I think they were smoking cigarettes.
I said they doing the cocaine. I sure did. Now I'm talking about they smoking marijuana. But anyway, so they were in there, they were doing that, they were smoking and everything like that. And what so I sat there, so he gambled money. Now Eloise got caught in the maid's room. Oh, okay. I think I'm going too far. Did I discuss what
Yeah.
happened at the boxing ring? Did that happen already?
Where you know about where Eloise was in the maze room and
Okay,
she was
Eloise, not Eloise. Did we talk about the boxing match and he did
yeah.
that happen yet or no?
I don't remember what sequence it was. I don't know if she looked in the maze room before or after. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I don't think
No,
because that
I'm
was
talking about at the boxing when the husband won that money because his friend threw the fight. No, I don't think that happened yet.
oh okay.
Or did it? Yeah, he threw the fight. Right. And that's how he won all that money. Okay, never mind. So the husband threw the fight, which is the Featherton lady. Lady Featherton threw the fight. Let me see what she said. Because Benedict was trying to loosen up to be able to. Yeah. Right, Linda. Okay. Because he sure did. He said, here, you want some of this? To loosen up. He was always stressing about messing up in the past episodes. Yep. Yep. About messing up. A hot mess. No wonder they all need therapy. I'm telling you, foot soldier, they were going through it. You talked about the boxing match. Okay.
It wasn't
No.
no in the fight. You talking about
Okay, never mind. So
it,
sorry, Linda B.
yeah,
So it
that's
wasn't
another
that. Oh, you mean Mr. Featherington was the one who put the fight on? Yeah, don't
no.
worry about it. Yeah, he I think I'm skipping. I think
Yeah,
I
she's in
messed it
another
up.
episode. She's in another season, not even
I'm
another
so
episode. She's in
sorry,
another season.
Jal. But anyway, okay, let me get past that. Anyway, so we got to Eloise got caught in the maid's room going through her things because she was so dead on finding Lady Whistledown and she thought it was one of the maids. Now, this
Right.
maid, she that which is I think she is one of the I think she may be the one who take them to what you call them
What?
the chaperone. I think she's a chaperone.
Oh,
She
okay.
was going through. I'm sorry, Linda B. I think the maid room who she was going through. I think she's a chaperone because because remember Lady Whistledown, she has to be everywhere. That means she's at the balls, she's
Mm,
shopping, she's amongst maids, she's amongst, and you can't see this Lady Whistledown. It has to be somebody who is everywhere but not in
yes,
sight.
to anything.
Exactly. So she's not, so that's why. So Eloise is so bound on finding Lady Whistledown. So the maid caught her going through her stuff. She got pissed and she told her to get out, but she was laughing at her at first. She all like, you think I'm Lady Whistledown? I don't even have time to
Right.
be writing. She said, I got to make sure stuff is in order for you guys all day long. So when do I
Mm-hmm.
have time to write some newsletter? Child, she laughed at her so hard. And then she was like, now get out my room.
Mm-hmm. I put diapers on you. Well, you have people.
Right. Yes. And that was so insulting going through that lady's stuff. That was messed up. I was just like, dang, you have no shame or respect. You
She
going through
even
this lady personal stuff,
she even
child.
tried to throw her status on her. She said, I am Lady. I'm Lady Bridgerton. I'm somebody Bridgerton, and like she had to answer her question, and that's when she told us like, I changed your diaper. I don't give a
Right.
damn who you is.
You wasn't no lady then, chick. Talk about some, I'm Lady Bridgerton. She like, what? I changed your diaper. Who the hell you think you are?
Right.
You better show me some respect and a little bit, at least that I have. Like
Hmm.
all I've done for you, and that's how you gonna come in here and go through my stuff. But and so we're about to close out. We're gonna leave off with Marina is interested in Colin. Okay. Did we get a picture of Colin?
I thought I did, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You said
hold on.
it didn't come up.
Yes. So here we go. But before we get here, but so Marina, the cousin, is
Hmm.
interested in Colin because remember the Lady Featherton kept trying to push all these old men and all this other stuff and these people. So Marina got her eye on Colin, but
Right.
Colin, Penelope, she has a crush on Colin. They grew
Yeah.
up together and she really liked him, but Colin see her as
A
his
friend.
sister friend.
Hmm.
Somebody he hang out with, talk to, and all that. He sees her as a friend. And so, she's crushing on him, but she snapped the hell out at Eloise because she remembered she snapped on Eloise because she was
Yeah.
hurt. Because Marina said, look, I'm dating, I'm going out. Okay. Talking about how you gonna force this baby on Colin? He's not that type of person, and blah blah blah, and all of this stuff. Marina was like, "Listen, I'm gonna date this one. I don't care what the hell you talking about." So she was all hurt, and Eloise come to her trying to tell her about so which also made her mad too, because you keep trying to find out who Lady Whistledown is, and I'm trying to tell you something, that I'm going through and I'm all hurt and stuff. And this is all you keep talking about is Lady Whistledown. So she done hurt her feelings. So she was hurt and all she wanted to do was talk about that Lady Whistledown. She snapped on her. Then she said she's sorry. So Eloise laughed and stuff. And what else? Did I miss something?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
anyway, like to wrap it all up, Daphne still want to marry Simon. So
Yeah.
he said okay.
Hmm.
Even though he can't give her any children, Eloise is still looking into who is Lady Whistledown. Um Simon is still toe up, okay? Remind you, he's still not settled.
Yeah.
He still was looking at her like she crazy. She was like, it's done then. You shall marry me. Okay? Because this is
Hmm.
not worth it. You, one of y'all getting killed, and then somebody, risk your life going to jail over just simply married me, and you're going to ruin my life, you know? Just let's go. Somebody saw us. Let's get married. So we got the cousin. She is into Colin, and Colin likes her too.
Right.
So
He does.
Colin likes the cousin too, which
Puts a
Penelope
little
is in her feeling and
about
all
that.
that.
Right.
And
Hmm.
she's really, really hurt, y'all. Any
Hmm.
questions? Anything you want to add,
So the key, the
Kimberly?
so the key theme for this is episode 4 is honor versus love. The
Yes.
honor of the reputation, family reputation versus love, and that you can see that across different dynamics. Where with Simon and Penelope, where she's protecting her honor and versus love, and then this brother versus honor versus love. So I can see that honor versus love across a lot of the different scenarios,
Me too.
relationships here. And then the other one is the consequences of society rules and reputation. Consequences. So, there's consequences when you don't live up to your family name. Consequences is You can become a spinster, or you can, if you get pregnant out of wedlock, you could become, lower society. So it's, rules. There's rules to be in society, and your rules are based on your reputation in society, right?
Yeah.
And then the
Oh yeah, dude, the husband. That's what I said, Linda B. She found out her husband was lost all the money.
right, she
He
did.
done it like they was about to lose the house, everything
She was sitting in that
because
room
he
looking
done.
like she was looking like when I seen that scene when he cut that candle on, he came home and he cut that candle on in the room, and she was sitting there in that chair with that red lipstick and that red hair. I said
Child,
she scared the shit out of me. I was like, she like Mommy Dearest in that movie
she did.
with Joan Crawford. I say, good Lord, is that Joan Crawford's sister? Because she had that, oh, they have them looking so pale and girl. I say, my God.
She did. Oh my God. Penelope, listen.
And
I mean, not Penelope. That Mrs.
uh,
Featherton
so
was looking crazy.
And and it was so sad. He started crying. Was he? She confessed. I know everything about your money, about the money, about the gambling, about this, the houses, and the loans, and the this. And he just, and lost our kid, our girl's diary money. That's why he didn't want nobody. He was like, we getting ready to go home. We at the when they was at the ball because somebody had made an offer for one of their daughters, and he turned it down because he would have to pay that diary for his daughter to get married. And
Right.
so, yeah, we didn't talk about that part, but yeah. So then, what was even amazing too is when she was in he was confessing that he'd have lost all the money. He started crying, and did you see how she was looking like, oh my God, you just disgust me. Don't touch
Yeah,
me. That's why I
I
said
don't
that their
give a
marriage,
fuck about that. What they keep saying, if it ain't about the money.
right? That's why I said I don't think their marriage was made out of love.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because anyway, yeah. It wasn't. I don't
Mhm.
think it was either because you could tell she was cold. He was she's like, what about the girls? Like you spent even all their money.
Right.
I mean, he lost all of their money, which was sad. I said, damn, that's crazy. You will lose it all. And which is crazy because look, back in the day, I ain't gonna lie. Like my grandmother, my father's mother, right? My grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
that happened with the first land, that all the land, which was even more beautiful back in the day. And if I go down south and look at it again, I'd be like, damn, he lost all of this fucking land. And before they got purchased their next set of land, which is, I mean, it's still nice, but it wasn't as pretty as the first set, right? It was
Right.
closer to the lake and all of that stuff, right? And when he did that, drinking, gambling, and baby lost the whole land. I'm talking about all that land. Like that was crazy. And that back then, that gambling was so serious to, I guess, because they didn't have nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, but yeah, my grandfather did that. Lost all that land. And that was a hurt piece,
Right.
because then they had to move. And my grandmother, listen, my grandma had a lot of kids. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
It was what, 17? It would have been 19,
Mm.
but she lost a set of twins. Child, listen, that's
Well,
a
this.
lot of kids. And can you imagine? Well, when he did that, all of them weren't born then. You know what I mean? So when he lost the first set of, and then had to relocate and move into a tiny house until they can get up some more, and you lost all the land and mainly, like the business and everything, because like I said, they used to farm and she used to breed like the pigs and horses and all that and sell them, into
Mm.
the market and the pit chickens and all that shit. And I was like, damn, How do you go out and spend that kind of money and
Mm.
then put up your goddamn home too? He was foolish. I'll tell you that much. I would have
Mm.
been pissed off. You hear me? But God is good that they was able to come back from that and purchase more land, and it wasn't too long, so that was a good thing. I would have been crying. He was snotty crying, Linda B.
Mhm.
Giving away the girl dowdries and everything. I said, look at this motherfucker. And yeah, it's crazy. Now she said, wait, what about what happened to the opera singer and Anthony? Now, this is where I'm getting so confused. So the opera singer and Anthony, I thought we talked about that. We didn't. She on mute, y'all. She having a cough attack. My bad. Hope you okay over there, Kimberly. We almost done. He was snotty nose crying. He was Linda B. And I was just like, damn, before the duel. Oh yeah, Kimberly talked about that before the duel when he went to her. Kimberly did speak about that. It was brief. He went to the opera singer and told her like now we can go away, get together and all of that because he couldn't marry her. Yeah,
Right.
he told her they could go away to the country, because that's what they call
Right.
it. Go out
Uh-huh.
to the country and live in his other cottage and live in his cottage and live out there and be together, since he would never be able to come back to, you know if he don't die. He would never be able to come back to town again if
Right.
he would have if he would have, God forbid, if he would have killed Simon. And he said, we don't even, and that's still crazy because marriage still was an option on the table. That is so crazy. That is crazy as hell. Yeah. The night before the duel. Yeah. So she did briefly touched on that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Did we cover everything else?
I think we did. I think we did. If we did 2 hours, I think we did good.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Hmm.
I listen, y'all. I mean, not season. Episode 5 and 6 is so good. Okay, I am so ready to dig into that. I want to thank Kimberly so much for these pictures. I guess just read my book. She couldn't make it, but it's all right. We'll see her on the next Friday. Remember, we are going to be reviewing every Friday. So next week is episode
Five and
five and
six.
six. So I am looking so forward to get into 5 and 6. It's gonna be juicy. So tune in, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. You have any closing? I did drop your links in the chat
Thank you,
earlier.
Linda
I'm gonna
B.
drop it again.
Thank you, Linda B, for staying with us the whole time.
Yes, you and Foot Soldier rocking it out with us. We appreciate y'all because this is a lot, and thank you so much, Linda B, for I mean, Kimberly, so much for doing this with me. I appreciate you, and just read my book because y'all is rocking it out with us. Okay, I mean, with a girl, and I'm so glad that we both are so in. All of us is intrigued and really interested in this show because this is a great series, guys. For real,
It
for
really
real.
is.
It
Hmm.
really is a great series. I cannot wait to tune in. And I hope y'all watch too. That is the link for Kimberly's Black Challenge. And please subscribe to their channel, because look, they be doing, Kimberly be on her wall giving some great inspirational things, okay? And giving good soul, and what I want to say, healing for the soul and good thoughts. And it makes you think about little things and changes in your life. So she really do give some great post over there. I hope soon she'll come back to doing some content. Maybe I'll get Kimberly to hit the live button and review a show on her channel soon. Maybe I'll get her to do that because it is a pleasure. So that's Just Read My Book in Kimberly Black's channel. If y'all could subscribe to her channel, I would really, really appreciate it. What you said, I don't care, Linda B. I'm not wearing it. Wearing what?
She said she's making a dress. Who you making a dress for? Let it be me or for foot soldiers? Because I'll wear the
Oh,
dress.
she said for foot soldier.
Oh, for foot soldier. Okay, because I was gonna tell you, let me give you my size. I'm a 13, 14 girl.
Girl, no, I would wear one of these costumes. I really would.
I
I would
would
wear
too.
one of these costumes, like as a costume to a masquerade party or something like that. I would definitely do that. That sounds like a great thing. Could you imagine
Hmm.
doing that? Whoever else, look, maybe we'll have a Bridgerton meet and greet.
That would be cute. That would be
A
cute.
Bridgerton meet and greet, and we all show up and have one night. Like, we'll do our little meet and greet, right?
Hmm.
And then it'll be one night we'll rent like a nice little a place and go and have a Bridgerton party.
Hmm. I've
And
seen
we
it
be dressed
before.
up in our Bridgerton. Shit, them dresses and stuff so damn heavy. It might be too heavy for the plane.
Um,
Them dresses is heavy, okay? Them things were they were really heavy and made really, really well. But this was good, y'all. I appreciate it. You have any closing, Kimberly?
no, I thank everyone for coming and listening to us talk and listening to me cough. And I was wondering, can you hear my
Yeah.
dog barking? Because he been barking.
Yeah.
You could hear it?
Yeah, but he all right.
Oh my goodness! I wish
He
you'd told
part of the family. He part of
me because I would have took him to the other side of the house so he wouldn't be because he
No,
right
he's
outside the door.
fine.
Close the door so he wouldn't bark, but he like right outside the door, like I know you in there. I hear you talking. I'm,
He wasn't bothering me. Did did he
y'all hear
bother y'all? What is his name again?
Easter. His name is
Really?
he was born on Easter Day.
You know what? See, we're gonna start talking about Kimberly ass. Gonna name the dog Easter.
His name is Easter.
That's cute though. Have you bumped into somebody named Easter?
No, I haven't. No. But my son, because my son's dog is named Wish. She's a girl, and my dog is a boy. And so my son be saying,
Oh,
"Mama, you named that dog Easter. Would you making them gay? You gonna that sound like a gay
oh
name?"
my God! Easter is not gay. What the hell? You know what? Not a gay dog because you named him Easter. Where
Uh,
would we show up to looking like that? A party, like a masquerade party, just to come and show them. She's talking about those dresses they wearing. I know. And we could show up and have a nice little and do a little Bridgerton scene. You know what I'm saying? And
mm,
we'll do, and dance in a nice little party, have a little wine and champagne. I don't drink champagne. That stuff give me a headache, but and have our little hors d'oeuvres, a nice little scenery and have fun. Yeah, but I'm used to the dog. I'm used to dogs barking. Makes me feel like
so
I
I
have
know
a
next
pet
week.
now.
So I know what I'll do next week. I'll put him on the other side of the house, so he won't be right here barking like that. Because that's
Look, here go foot soldier. Leave her alone, Jill. Yeah, because I'm like, what made you name the damn dog Easter? Like, I wasn't thinking gay, but I was like, Easter?
hmm.
But okay. That's
Yeah,
when
he's
you
born on
don't have
Easter.
just say you was in your biblical moment.
Yeah.
Use that as an excuse. But no, but he talking and he named the dog Wish.
No, I named him Wish. I named him too. I
Oh,
named
you
her.
named him too?
Yeah, I named her too. Because that was my
Oh,
birthday present to him. That was his 30th birthday present. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wish and Easter. Ain't that saying?
Uh-huh.
Look, do anybody use a t-shirt be like, I sure wish it was Easter. I sure wish it was Easter. Oh my God. Let me leave Kimberly alone. For something. Jill been hanging around messy people. She getting besides herself. I didn't even do anything. Yeah, she had a biblical moment, but that's cute though, because I never that's cute. I
Mm,
would have never thought of naming Easter.
mm,
Maybe a bunny.
that's what I call him. He's my Easter bunny. He's,
Oh, that's his nickname.
mm,
Yo,
he's
Easter
still like
bunny.
he's a
That's
Shih
too
Tzu, and
funny.
they're the small Shih Tzus. They're not the big ones, so they real small. Mhm.
Oh. Well, this been real. Easter said, "Get your ass off of here and come to pay him, pay him
Okay.
some attention." He said, "Easter coming, mommy. Easter coming."
I apologize for that, y'all.
No, you're fine. I don't think it. Listen, we all got lives, okay? Our
Yeah.
home ain't gonna be quiet, super quiet. We up here doing the damn thing. Easter was enjoying it. I think Easter started really turning up when you started talking about the pinnacles and stuff. talking about talking about the artist. He probably like, y'all done took my little wish away.
Oh, yeah. Bless. It's
See,
hard.
that's hard. He probably started connecting with that. Like, wait a minute, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
And he wants your attention. So that's it. You all he got now. Shoot.
Hmm.
So he
Yeah.
like,
I
shoot,
love
I need you to keep me company. But this
this
was a
box.
great show, though.
It was. It was. I appreciate you so much, Jill. I'll let you close out your show, and
Okay, thank you so
let you
much, Kimberly.
read my book. We'll be back next week with us.
Yes, yes. Stay tuned. Just read my book. I hope she come through next week with us because this is a good time. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I know I enjoy it. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Kimberly. I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
This was a good episode 3 and 4. I'm looking forward to episode 5 and 6. So make sure you be there. We are here every Friday until we get to the end of the seasons. There is 4 seasons, and we just started season 1. So I look forward to seeing all of y'all. Good night, Foot Soldier and Linda B, and everybody who came through. Y'all stuck through it with us, and I promise I'm trying to make it shorter and shorter. I think it's so much to get in the episodes and things that's going on. So I hope I didn't keep y'all long. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Linda, I hope all of you who are watching, I hope you enjoy episodes 5 and 6. It's going to be interesting and juicy. I know it is. So I'll catch y'all next Friday. All right. And I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. That was fun. It's nice being able to talk about a show with other folks. It is. And remember, y'all could come up with us. If anybody else want to come up and join us to chime in on some things, you are welcome to do so. I always have the link up, so that'll be a blessing. I did drop Kimberly and Just Read My Book link in the chat. Check out their channel, subscribe. Just Read My Book. Be over there cooking her butt off. She also do crafting and all of that good stuff and come live. So check them out. And I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Thank y'all so much. And feel better, Kimberly. I hope you feel better, hon. And I will see y'all on the next one. So have a blessed evening, y'all. Peace out. Later.